In this tutorial, let's understand the Customize section of the Easy Setup Assistant. So let's go to Setup, Easy Setup Assistant, and look at the Customize function. So I'm clicking this, and the first section tells you the introduction. Let's go next. Gives you the data entry side of it. So it gives you with the default all the ticks. Now what does that mean? Use easy fill when selecting from a list. If you remember, when we're doing payroll, as soon as we put SU, it's recommended that it's Sun Super. So this is what it means. It will automatically suggest you that this is what the word you want to. So yes, I would say yep, that will save my time. Next, use expandable data entry fields in Windows. Yep, if there's a big name, then suggest it. Next, this is the enter key. So either you can enter or you can tap. So you can do any of them if you put a tick there. So go next. Now here it's asking you whether you want to do you select and display the account name, not the account number. I would not recommend you to take this, because what I want is every time I go to a company, it's always good practice to start remembering the account numbers rather than account names, so that you would commit less mistakes. So I don't want to select account name as my data entry. I want to go as 1-11110 for check account instead of just typing check account. Yeah, so I would not take that. Again, the same thing, select item and by name, not by number. I would not recommend it. I would recommend you to always select the item number. Yeah, and then here, even here I would not tick it because it says I want the card name. Okay, so let's go next. Okay, by default it will be unchecked or unticked. I have ticked it, saying that yep, I am dealing in multiple currencies. It's a good idea to give a good practice on multiple currencies. Now as soon as you click this multiple currencies, please pay extra attention here. You go to list and you go to currencies. Okay, this is where you would set up the currencies. So click currencies, and these are the different currencies you use. Now the very important thing I need to tell you is the rates here. Okay, what does this mean? $1 is $1 exchange rate. What this means is $1 is how much Australian dollars. Okay, pay extra attention please. When you're watching in TV, you would say US currency is 90 cents. What that means is for every $1 you will get 90 US cents. Now I'm talking in September 2014. Okay, what that means is $1 is 90 US cents. That means US currency is stronger. For $1 you will get more Australian currency. Got to be very careful there. Okay, now in MYOB, what this means is how much Australian dollars you will get for $1, how much Australian dollars you will get for $1 New Zealand, how much Australian dollars you will get for $1 Japanese yen. That's what it means. Okay, for you to set this one, again click this white arrow. All right, and here is the rate where you set this one. Okay, how much is $1 equivalent to $1 Australian? As we discussed before, if AUD $1 you're getting 90 cents. This is what you would see in TV, right? Australian dollar is 90 US cents, but in MYOB it's $1 is how much. That's what it should go here. Okay, spend more time understanding this one, because this is where a lot of errors happen usually in organizations who deal with multiple currencies. Check with your financial accountant and financial controller, ask them to check it. Okay, so let's say okay, so I went into list and I went into currencies. Now I want to come out of the screen. I'm saying close. Okay, I'm back into setup assistant. So that's where the multiple currencies come into picture. Right, now let's go next. This is a contact log entry. We will discuss this in detail when we are looking at the log entries and audit functions. Let's go next. Now here is the aging option. What this is telling you is how do you want to review your aging? Do you want to see this as 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, or do you want to go that with the month names or the month numbers? I would recommend you to leave it as 30, 60, 90 days. This is how your aging report is something like people paying you money or you paying money to the people. That's how the aging payables and aging receivables report got display like in 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. Okay, so let's go next. So what it is, this is telling you, do you want the help from the internet? Then I would say I would tick it. This in this For this tutorial I would leave it unticked. Sometimes you might get internet connection, sometimes not, so I would say unticked when you're looking for help. The next one is to-do list. Now in MYOB, it will allow you to have a to-do list. Like if you want to pay someone, if you want to do a payroll, you can have a to-do list, which we will look in detail when I'm looking at reporting account section. So every time you open MYOB, if you tick this, every time you open MYOB, the to-do list will appear. It's a good idea to tick it so that you won't miss anything. So I would say next, and that's conclusion. Okay, so in this tutorial we have checked that customize section of easy setup assistant.